So this was the T2 kit. So I went ahead and cut the former off, trimmed it. I went ahead and used the SPL cone. This is the same cone that Sundown uses. I got this version from Lord of Base. So, and this is with the spacer, that guy. So that way you get just a little, I mean, it's not much, it's what, a ½ inch? So you get about a ½ inch more downstroke. So other than that, so, and this is actually just not, this isn't even glued. It's bolted in there, but I was just using it as a jig. So, because I think, what was it? Yeah, the ferrite was cracked on here. It split in two, and then I replaced it with 4 by 3/4 inch rather than 3 1-inch slugs. So, either way. So, but the kit's done. It's ready to go. And then on this one, you want to trim just at the base of where the mount holes are, and it'll turn out pretty good for the Rockford landing. The other way you can do this is take the whole thing to like either mill. You probably got to mill it off. Most people will not want to put something this big on their lathe, but you use a mill to run a circle and even it off so you can put like a regular gasket on there. So this thing's ready to go. And this is Mr. Locklear in, I think, Ohio. Told him say hi to Dave Chappelle. So that'll go out. And then he's getting some other speaker parts that we're sending out today. Oh, this is Anthony's. He's the one that had the 6-stack yellow 12 and torched it. So we went ahead and, I mean, he paid the same price as for a 4x4. I just happened to have that yellow one ready to go. So he took that one and then killed it and paid a little bit more, but he got this one. So this one's ready to go. I just got to unbolt it and send it to him. So pretty basic as far as non-badged goes, but then he can decorate it as much as he wants. I am out of spiders. I'm waiting on spiders. I did a couple of this is the full-size quad stack with the U series frame from Sundown, which you can also buy at is that Lord of Base? Yeah. So I'll probably make those just dual 2 singles. I think there was, yeah, I got some curing. So we're doing some more of these. I'm having to do like, I think I want to say 10 21-inch subs all at once. I've never done that. So, I mean, I think probably the best bukkake I ever saw was the Donita Dunes one, which was so gross because she like captures all the jizz in like a big bong and then she like guzzles it. She doesn't guzzle it. She just pours it on her mouth. She doesn't drink it. You know, that, I don't know. That just seems like so gross now, especially with COVID, but check that one out. That should be on like X Hamster or something like that. Donita Dunes bukkake. It's like 40 dudes or something like that. But anyways, it was funny. I used to, you know, like somebody was in the Rockford groups was talking about how they remember seeing an ad for Rockford Fosgate in the 90s that had some girl with cut off shorts and just, I mean, she was a little sexy, just a little sexy. Well, the Rockford is owned by a Mormon family, and they didn't want any, they were real conservative, right? I don't even want to get into what it's called now, but they didn't want no sexy girls associated with Rockford Fosgate. It was like, we're above that, we're whatever. So what's funny though is like, it was like one newsletter, one picture, and that dude got fired for posting one picture with a girl in cutoff shorts with like it was like she had like a jacket on and like a hat tilted forward, like you couldn't even see her face. Oh, this is dumb. But anyways, I was working with Bernie Boland, who worked at Rockford in the beginning with those guys, and then went and started his own thing with Dick LeMay, making boards for PPI and MTX, and then later Orion. But yeah, Bernie actually used to advertise in this shitty newspaper called The Beat, and it was it was mostly in like downtown Mesa, downtown Tempe, and it was just like it's just a rag newspaper that was like 50 cents, and it had like naked pictures and hooker ads in it. And Bernie told me that he would advertise that. I was like, what the fuck? I go, dude, we used to get that as like a joke, you know, or like as skateboarders, you know, we're skating around downtown Mesa like at 2 or 3 in the morning, and for 50 cents we'd just take them all and then, you know, turn them into confetti. But maybe jack off once in a while. I don't know. It's kind of weird to jack off to black and white pics. Like even the JCPenney catalog was in color. So, but Bernie Bolin was the one that told me, he's like, dude, think about it. He says, that's your target market. He says, guys that like boobs, guys that like sex, guys that like bass, same people. So that's why I'm not afraid to talk about jizz. And for you guys, because that's what regular people talk about. They talk about jizz. They talk about, you know, in and out, prolapsed buttholes, things like that. And I think that stuff's funny. You need to talk about it. I think that was it. Oh, we got the shed going on. So 2 sides down, 2 sides to go. Clearing out some of the, oh, these are the flat pack boxes. So I didn't mean to do them flat pack. This is the Sweet 15 box that I came up with. It's like, I think it's right around 4 cubic feet, 4.2, 4.3, something like that. So it's good for a single 15 or 2 12s or 3 10s or 4 8s. And then what I'll do is, it comes with all the pieces you need, and then you got to glue it and screw it. And I think the cheapest one that I could find was made out of like, it was so funny. They said it was 13-inch Baltic birch, but it had like big knots in it, like from pine. And I'm like, this is not Baltic birch. But I was like, okay, let's just call it plywood. And it was a plywood one for like 160. So we're doing it for like 150 shipped in. And this is American MDF. This is not Chinese. I just happened to buy a shit ton of these because we couldn't get any boxes. And for some reason, I thought I would have the time to be able to assemble these, and I don't. So I was like, fuck it, we'll sell them flat pack boxes, and just ship them. So here's the span, Mr. Span. So there is your robot, and I'm going to do the T-yoke in the same chrome. It looks like a cheesy robot, but I'm hoping that it'll stand off and look nice. This is untreated steel that I went ahead and did with the what's it called, X Metals from Krylon. They don't make it anymore, but it's basically a translucent blue. And I was like, that's the way it's supposed to look. And so I'm hoping that with the chrome, it'll pop even bright. It'll be a little bit brighter, sort of a like a Mylar reflective blue. So, and I got the other ones done. I had all 6 done, but I was like, I needed to do something else because otherwise it just looks like a regular Krylon blue, and I'm like, that's not what he wanted, and that's not what I want, and that's not what the frames look like. So I got the faces done. We're going to be doing the cheap combos. What was it? This was one of our old conversions. We ended up pulling all the fuzzies off of this one. Somebody wanted to, oh yeah, that was that guy that did the burnout. What's her name? I don't even remember. I gave this one to her, and then she was going to do pink vinyl on it, and then she like bailed on that, and I gave her some set screws for her amp, and then she came over with this guy that wanted to be her boyfriend. I don't know if I told you guys, anyways, it's dumb. And then like she just brought garbage that's like, I don't know, whatever, like maybe she used to be a prostitute or something like that, but I don't know. We don't need that shit here. So but I made single versions for single 12 ported. So what we're going to do is reface a dual sealed 12-inch kicker box, square box that I have a ton of from, what's his name? Nathan at Sonic Electronics. He had the opportunity to resell them, and he didn't want to pay, which he doesn't pay a lot of vendors on time. So that's actually just part of car audio. It's not unique to him. A lot of car audio brands or whatever totally stiff their vendors, and then you know, file for bankruptcy, and then buy the name back at the bankruptcy auction and start all over again. So but that's the singles. These are the doubles, and then I'll show you the boxes. So somebody was asking about a shop update, and so I didn't do anything, I didn't do any videos really over the weekend because I was busy, and yesterday I packed for fucking 4 hours straight. Let's see. These are the dual. Again, we got a really good deal on these. These are really well made boxes. So Jonathan Ivey was telling me about how much he paid for them, and it was sad because he took a big loss on them, but MTX cleared them out. And so what we're going to do is put a new face on them and turn them into a box. I think somebody's been putting a face here, face there, and then turning it into a single 12 box. But I got to do the math on the port to make sure that it's going to be tuned right or whatever. But even just doing it as a dual 10 would be great. I got a shit ton of the sealed dual 10 boxes, but we may do the same thing to that, make it into a single 12, which ends up being about 2 cubic feet, which is about right. But here is the dual 12 boxes. So, and that's all from the Onyx Audio closeouts that we got, which is like in here. So there's even more. That goes up to the ceiling, motherfuckers. So there you go. So what's great about these though is there's 2 inputs on them, and we found a really small micro class D amp that does about 150 watts. And so with a pair of those Kicker Basics, it's gonna fucking sound great, and we're still gonna be able to hit $130 with the amp, with the wire kit, with the box and the subs in it for 130 bucks. And then you guys resell for like 300 installed, and you guys make your money that way. So, but yeah, I just took a break to eat some food because my blood sugar's crashing, and I'm like, oh, I gotta eat. But I wanted to show you that stuff, and that was it. I love you guys. Flat pack, I cut it out to whatever you want. So if you want like triple 10s or whatever, dual 12s, and we can do it on the front or the top, whatever you want. And then the design is on there. That listing is on Facebook Marketplace. So I'll put the link in the description. Excuse me. And then just we can put the parts together, cut the holes, and then we'll ship it to you. Love you.